10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, let's kick it around a little bit. Some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill, and we do it every single day. Beef, at the end, do we have a prize pack to give out this week?
Oh, baby, do we, Dan?
Oh.
This week, our 10-minute drill winners are going to go home with a $25 to Scrubbles Car Wash.
Yes.
And a pair of tickets to the River City Wrestling Con coming up at the fairgrounds this Saturday.
Well, we're kicking it around, and there's so much going on in the world of sports, but I did want to get one more message out there on the what do you call it? On the bat phone, if you will.
The message of hope.
Yes. No, not a message of hope, and not a Cockney accent either. Hello, Governor. My buddy Lee Lockett, Lockett Law, Know Before You Blow, sponsor of the Hometown Heroes podcast, by the way. Lee, I needed you this weekend, and you let me down. I needed you as a noted hardcore, major Dodger fan. I just needed 2 out of 3. Would have been fine. The sweep would have been great. 2 out of 3 would have been fine. And instead, you guys piddle around over there in the ATL and lose 2 out of 3 and don't make me happy. So, Lee, you're on probation. I need more out of you. I don't need anything out of you when you're playing the Mets. I just need you to beat the Braves. That's all I need. I know you beat them last year, would have mattered. I know that's your little comeback, Lee. But anyway, by the way, our guest this week on the Hometown Heroes podcast, brought to you by Lockett Law, Know Before You Blow, is D. Coven Cadell Brown, D. Brown, who's got some great stories to tell. That'll drop on Thursday. You want to check it out. Those are really been fun to do. I don't know if I just like them, because I'm reliving some of my experiences and trips down memory lane with these guys. But like for D, this was kind of cool, Beef. Back in the day,
Yep.
D was drafted by the Boston Celtics in the first round, and we went with D, we being me, the TV station, to New York City for the draft that he was drafted in. And we kind of were with him like every step of the way.
What year was that draft?
Is it 90?
90? 90.
90.
Yeah, 90 even.
Is it 90?
90.
Is it?
D went 19th overall to Boston.
It was 19th?
1990.
I'll tell you what was great. So you go up there, and I was talking to D about this, man. You see, there's Derek Coleman. There's Gary Payton. After the draft, and this is where the draft was in New York City, and we walked in, and it was late. We walked in somewhere to get some food after the first round of the draft, and Gary Payton sitting in the restaurant celebrating with his family. I mean, it was just awesome, man. Dennis Scott was up there, Bo Kimball, Lionel Simmons. Those are the kinds of guys who went in that draft. And D, here's a kid from Jacksonville, Florida, who gets drafted by the Boston Celtics and goes and he talks about his meeting with Red Auerbach, and he was an NBA historian. He loved the NBA, so he knew. I mean, Larry Bird still on the team towards the end of his career. I mean, it was great. What a thrill for that kid, huh?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And then he went on and had a nice career. So, anyway.
Look, you played 12 years in the league.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You're pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Most guys get bounced after a couple 3.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's this week's Hometown Hero.
Can D still get up?
D dropped his sneakers again. They just did a relaunch of those sneaks.
Of the pumps?
The pumps.
The pumps with the...
Now, how old were you when D. Brown won that slam dunk?
Like 10.
Do you remember it?
No.
No?
No, I wasn't like super engaged with it yet. I mean, I wasn't like, I knew, but yeah. Like the first dunk contest I remember being super, super into was like the JR, maybe the Harold Miner, JR Ryder, like a couple years later, like 92, 93.
Yeah.
I started getting super into it.
But yeah, those sneakers are the Reebok pump.
Well, a lot of those like 90s basketball shoes are seeing like a resurgence.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
Yeah. And he's got great stories to tell about that slam dunk and stuff. So anyway, it's a fun listen. Like I said, I like them. So, and I think you guys like them too, but they're all, we got the Jacksonville guys, we got D. Brown, and We had Leroy Butler, and we got Storm Davis coming up. So some good guys in the podcast, and that's all thanks to our friend Lee Lockett.
By the way, D beat some stellar dunkers in that draft, or that dunk contest, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he beat some dudes that are known for hammering it down. Like, he beat Kemp, Rex Chapman, Kenny Smith. And like, those are dudes.
And do you know that he had, I believe he told us this story, I believe he had already had it won, though, before like, you remember that being the winning dunk, which it was, but it was already in the bag.
Was it?
So he was able to take some risks. Anyway, it's good stuff, and you'll enjoy listening to that coming forward. But the reason I brought it up was because Lee Lockett's Dodgers have let me down terribly. All right, do we have times for the Women's College World Series today? Can you check on that? I'm getting some questions about that. And
yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's 4 and 7:30.
Is it 4 and 7:30?
But I'll verify.
Okay, so FSU Bama first, or
I believe it's the other game first.
Oklahoma.
FSU Bama is the evening game.
Okay,
but I'll verify that.
Okay, so that's coming up tonight, and then they'll start the best of 3 series against each. The winners of the 2 games tonight will face off in a best of 3 for the national championship.
Yeah. So tonight is a Oklahoma James Madison 4:00 on ESPN, and that's followed by FSU Alabama 7-ish.
I did not watch a ton of the women's U.S. Open, okay? But something happened there that there were people talking about it. So, and I believe it should be I believe it should be part of a Dan Hicken stat of the day.
Wow.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yes.
We're due.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado.
Thank you.
His name is Hicken. He's got a knowledge addiction. It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
God,
okay,
miss him so much.
Thank you. That's the late, great Balls Davis, who we love and adore and miss.
He lives forever in our hearts.
Yes. Lexi Thompson, at one point yesterday, okay, had a 5-shot lead in the final round of the U.S. Open. After the 8th hole, played the final 7 holes, though, in 5 over to finish a stroke back. Okay? Now, Lexi Thompson, and the lady who won's name is Yuka Sasso, who watched hours of Rory McIlroy's swing, videos of his swing, and copies it very much. And Lexi Thompson, she had basically a back 9 collapse. And so Lexi Thompson was playing in, I believe, her 15th U.S. Open, okay? And you'd think, wow, 15 U.S. Opens. And her best chance to win, and it's gone. If you play 15 U.S. Opens, Beef, then chances are you're not going to get many chances. But here's the deal. Lexi Thompson, do you know how old she is? She's 26. She played her first U.S. Open at 12.
It's wild, man.
So she's still got plenty more chances.
Got plenty of shots. Plenty of swings at it. It's crazy. Yeah, because she was a phenom, man.
Lexi Thompson was 12 years old when she played in her first Women's U.S. Open. Now she's 26, and she's played in 15 of them. That's a stat of the day. That's good, isn't it?
That's a good stat of the day.
That's a good stat of the day.
I'm impressed.
The first U.S. Women's Open on the fabled Lake Course at the Olympic Club ended up like many of the previous 5 times the men competed for the national championship. The 54-hole leader did not win any of those 5 U.S. Opens played by the men, helping the Olympic Club earn the moniker Graveyard of Champions. Previous winners, Hogan, Palmer, Tom Watson, Payne Stewart, Jim Furyk, and Graham McDowell, all got caught on the final day at Olympic and were denied their titles. So anyway, but Lexi Thompson, 5-stroke lead, kept her chin up, but came up short.
Yeah, she had a hard time in the post-match. She got through a couple questions, and her agent sort of cut it off because she was very emotional.
Yeah,
understandably.
I get it.
That's pretty raw. You just gagged it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's understandable. All right, other things we still got coming up. Don't forget Baselli at the top of the hour. We're going to talk to our friend Don Davey at 8:30. He's got a big deal coming up former Jaguar player. So we'll visit with him, catch up with him. He is he's kind of a renaissance man, if you will. He just does so many different things, and he's got something else. Now, did you catch any of the a lot of talk? I didn't see the U.S.-Mexico soccer match.
I didn't catch it live. It's like I watched the video clips after like reading the articles about just the deplorable fan behavior at the game.
Now, what was this? Was it a CONCACAF?
This was the CONCACAF Nations Cup final between U.S. and Mexico.
Yeah.
And apparently also be turned into a kind of a part-time garbage sorting center late in the match.
Okay.
As everybody decided to deposit their trash onto the field of play.
Okay.
I'm not sure which element of the crowd was unhappy with what was happening. But
U.S. won 3-2, by the way, in extra time. U.S. twice came from behind. Star attacker Christian Pulisic scored the winning penalty kick in the second half. Mexico got their own penalty kick. Backup goalie Ethan Horvath in the match because of an injury to the starter denied Andres Guardado to secure the CONCACAF title.
Nations League final.
Regulation featured physical, crazy, confusing 90 minutes. Mexico took an early lead. U.S. would come back time and time again in it. It was tremendous. And then the beef said somebody threw a water bottle and hit a U.S. player.
Yeah, well, the match had to be stopped because the crowd was erupting in some kind of anti-gay chant, and I guess it was the second time the event that a game had to be paused because of these kind of chants in Denver. I'm not sure what's going on up there. You guys are supposed to be relaxed. You got the local legal. Take it easy.
I mean, smoke it if you got it.
But
relax.
Yeah, it was a mess because I guess after when the officials were reviewing a goal score, like the head coach from Mexico went over and interfered with the officials and got red carded.
Oh dear,
it was a hot mess.
We had some.
And one of the players from USA got hit in the face with a water bottle or some kind of debris and was down on the playing surface for a few minutes before walking off. It was a mess.
CONCACAF, we got it.
Mess.
CONCACAF champions.
We won, though. It's the important thing.
2021 CONCACAF National League champions, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you just like saying CONCACAF.
I do. Man of the hour, Ethan Horvath, with a big save on the penalty kick.
Brought to you by John Concac.
All right, let's do this. Let's turn our attention. Like I said, we're going to talk to Big Bo coming up at 8. So we'll get some pro football in, find out what's going on with him. Don Davey at 8:30. We'll take a break right now, Beef. Let's do caller number 2 at 641-1010 and tell them what they're going to win, friend.
Caller number 2 right now at 641-1010. Going to go home with $25 to use. Get your car all scrubbed up at Scrubbles. And you get a pair of tickets to the River City Wrestling Con coming up at the Jacksonville Fairgrounds this Saturday, June 12th. 641-1010. Be caller 2 right now.